Hello, this is Stephen Cuffey, reporting to you from Virginia of the United States. This is my live TBC broadcast number 56, and it looks like Mary's hers is still running over, and also John, I think it's Harper or Hardy, I think his name. He's a crypto TBC on the YouTube link. His is running is right now, but I'm going to start mine now. I don't know. Looks like we have no viewers at this point in time, but I'm gonna go ahead and get going. This could be a little short. I'm not sure how it will go, but basically what I'm gonna talk about today is let's look in the mirror at ourselves as it pertains to the billion coin. Let's look in the mirror at at ourselves as it pertains to the billion coin. Now, the reason why I chose this topic today is because I was thinking that so many people that we have in TBC, well over 3.2 or 3 million people, verified members. But I wonder how often do we just look in the mirror at ourselves and see, oh, we see a body. Yes, we see a body. We know as ourselves. But are we looking at a person in despair, heartache, sadness? See, I believe we have some people like that in our TBC community. And that could be one of the reasons why they're not becoming a builder. Not really looking at themselves enough to want to help another person. You see, not unless we are at peace with ourselves, how can we expect to help someone else? Think about it. Looks like I have one viewer here right now. Do you look in the mirror at yourself? Do you know who you are? As I know you know who you are, but do you know who you are as it pertains to the billion coin? Can you look in and say, can all of us look into the mirror and say to ourselves? And by the way, I'm not sure who's here because Jewel from New Zealand, she must be out with family today, so she's not moderating for me today. So I don't know who's here, but I'll be able to go back and see once I replay it. But are you looking at yourself and saying, do I know what TBC is? Do I know what it isn't? And do I know what my current role in it is? You see, I know what my role is. I know when I look in that mirror, I can look at it without reading it. What TBC is. What as opposed to what it isn't. And what my role, which I believe is the correct role in the billion coin. How many of us can look in the mirror and actually be honest with ourselves that we are what we should be doing, and are we doing what we should be doing in the billion coin? You see, I challenge people sometimes because people can talk a game, walk a game, but if you can't back up that, you lost. You have heard me saying previous, live broadcasts. If you don't know these things, then why be in TBC? If you looked in the mirror and said, well, I thought that we'll be able to, when I got all these millions, I could help myself. I can get myself out of some debt, or I can do this and I can do that. I've heard people on my team say that to me. And then when I say to them, are y'all missing the point? Is it about you all the time? Or is it about helping other people? Is it about helping our mission? Is it about carrying out our mission? Because if we're not carrying out that mission, then can we honestly say and look in that mirror and say, are you doing all you can do to help humanity? You see? Think about that. Are we mindful of what the mission is? Are we mindful that we have the right mindset? Because see, I know without a doubt that we are nowhere near where we should be at this point. Our enrollment is down compared to last year, second half of last year. Now I know a lot of that's because of, the problems we had in our network. But think about it. If people would read in the blog and follow in the blog what it says, we wouldn't have as many network problems like rapid fire transactions. Keep trying to send through transaction after transaction over the loud day of the amount of the day at that, without letting one even confirm, sending another one through. Like it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or one of those market-based cryptocurrencies. And then expecting to confirm in a matter of minutes. If you're actually becoming a student of blog, like I all talk about all the time, you would know that it doesn't work that way in our current network. So again, are you looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, am I all I can be in the billion coin? I dare to say a lot of us are not doing that. And that's why we are not growing at the rate we were last year. And I don't put all the blame on the network. You could be lining up people ready to get into this new blockchain, this new network that's already reported going from 30 seconds to 2 minutes in transactions. Now, for me, I don't plan. I heard Randy migrate soon, but does that mean I have to migrate? No. Not unless they move up migration, which they're not likely to do. If anything, they'll move it further. I mean, extend it. But I don't see it happening. But they're not talking about extending redemption. They gave people warrant. They gave people a notice months ago before it started. Why should they extend it past May? So, are you looking in the mirror and saying, are you aware that we have another redemption in November? Some of the people here are probably aware, but some of the orphans know about it? Some of the new people know about it? Think about it. When you look in that mirror and you're thinking about TBC, you should know every single thing about the billion coin and not even think twice about it. And the only way that's going to happen is you have to indulge yourself in the TBC blog. Not just go and read it for the day. Maybe you need to go back and look and maybe look at some of the other blogs. Really go through them very good. Some of the older blogs when we started in 2016 up to this point. Just go start from what started in April of 2016. Start from day one and read all the way up to 2017. 2017, go all the way through the first months. Just take it 3 months at a time. Over time, just go through it. That many people will stop asking the questions about things like, oh, when are we going to have a bank? They talked about a bank. Now, I'm going to just say this about the bank, then I'll leave this subject alone. Yes, they talked about having 10,000 testers back last year. You know, I'm hearing a lot of people saying, "Well, why do they say who have a bank and we don't have a bank?" Nobody. And Randy's saying, you know, Randy's just one voice. He's not admin. He's been designated to be the voice of the main voice of TBC. He's not admin. And you say, "Oh, well, he talks to admin," but he's also a human, so he can interpret things the way he feels is right. And I'm not talking against. I would never talk against my brother Randy. But I rely on the blog over anybody. That's just me. I feel I can't go wrong if I indulge myself in that blog and see it for what it really is. Because I look in that mirror every day. And I thank God that I'm as honest and have as much love and compassion for another person. You know, I talked about patience yesterday. I talked about having patience in this whole thing, whole journey. You know, I'm going to say this, and I'm not talking against admin, but I wonder if he never even talked about the bank, maybe that wouldn't even be an issue right now. Because see, I knew when that happened back then, I said, people were struggling getting 100 referrals. People were calling like it's too much like an M&M, multi-level marketing, making complaints. See, well, a lot of people thought, oh, I get in TBC, I put my money in and watch it grow. That's what a lot of people thought, and some people still thinking that way. But had they been what? Studying the blog, being a student of the blog, they would know that TBC, the Billion Coin, is not like that at all. And that's one of the reasons why so many people are frustrated. They're frustrated in their own self. And they're trying to point the blame on admin or somebody else. And that's just food for the trolls and the naysayers to say, oh, I told you so. But you know one thing, a lot of people just don't have vision. When they look in that mirror, that's all they see is themselves. They can't see beyond their eyes, their life. So if they can start looking beyond their lives, beyond our life, as in helping another man or woman or child that's in poverty out there, isn't that what we're all about in the first place? It's not about watching your wallet get fat with money, with all that kind of money in it. A lot of us are already multi-billionaires and are already in the billionaire zone. Yes, I'm one of them. But if it was my choice, I've said it many times and I say it again. If I could take half or 3/4 of the millions I have in my wallet and travel the world and just help with food and shelter and health care, because a lot of them need it because they're suffering. One of the first places I go would be Puerto Rico. That was hit by double hurricanes, back-to-back hurricanes last year. And may have more coming this year when we get in the hurricane season. We're not yet there yet, but we're approaching it. My heart cries out for people that still don't have electricity. Well, we can look in the mirror and say, oh, thank God we have a refrigerator that's keeping my food and water and liquid cold. Or I can go to the bathroom and know there's decent water that that we can use, and and I have TV, all type of channels, and bedrooms and clothes and shoes, and we got everything. All our needs, our basic needs, you know, we got our basic needs, basic needs. Oh my God. Thank you, Marianne. You know, Mary has been so busy. I know she started off being my moderator, and I accept the fact that she had to step down for a while. But see, that's a sign of a leader. This is totally unexpected. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. That's my sister over in where? South Africa. Oh, Crypto TBC, he's here. John, thank you. Good to have you here, brother. Sky, she's here. Oh, great people. Great people. Oh, look at this. This is great. You know, it's just me. We have to be respectful and show as much love and compassion to the next person out there. Because if we don't do that, do you think good is going to come back to you? I say not. You know? Thank you so much, Mary. You see, there are certain people out there when the chips are down can always show up. You know, if I was playing baseball and I needed somebody to come up at bat that I know I could depend on, that'd be Marianne Murphy. Some people you can just depend on. Now, Jules, I'm sure she's dealing with family or something. She used to be here, but it's great to have someone that's be here today. And for those who, and for those, yes, Mary, we got to learn to respect each other. Because my title was, let's look in the mirror at ourselves. Think about when you look at the mirror yourself, you see that person, but are you really happy with that person? Think about that. Are you really happy with that person? Because if you're not happy with yourself, you will never be able to help someone else until you're happy with yourself first. See, it's got to come from within. It's got to come from within. People like James, her son, and John, and her husband, her mother, not a splendid, nice, loving family over in South Africa. Sky, wonderful, wonderful woman over there. And Lawrence Malecki, he may not be here on this live broadcast, but he has been many a time. You know, right now, you know, pretty in any moment, TBC is flashing on my screen. TBC Revolution, he's going to start over in Nigeria. He's excellent. We need to be there supporting him. So I'm going to get ready to end right now because I don't want to run into other people's time right now. I want, give up opportunity for other people to go on other live broadcasts. But I just want to talk about, do we look into the mirror and what do we see when we look at ourselves? That's what I want us to be thinking about. And tomorrow I'll be back at 3 and I may continue this a little bit, or I may have another subject matter. Okay? So I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Donna Gordon, thank you for being here as well. Stefan, thank you so much for being there, brother. in South Africa. Bitcoin Scott, thank you so much for being there. You know, we got some of our regular people here all the time. Thank you so much. I just want us to, I said this to make us think about where we are in our life. And although some of us have good intentions, do we really want to, do we really want to help someone else? I had that subject matter to make us think about that for a moment. Yes, I know where I am. Mary know where she's at. Except, Sky, several people on here know where they are. But when people come back and look at this, that's not in TBC or just got in TBC, just think about it. What do you see when you look in the mirror at yourself? Other than a body. Just think about that as it pertains to the billion coin. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for all of you being here. And Mary Ann Murphy, thank you so, 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 so much. You have made my day by being there for me, for being my moderator. I didn't even know I was going to have one today. Good people out there. Thank you so much, Crypto TBC. Mr. John, your live broadcast sounds superb, brother. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.